Hey guys, it is time for our Loving Our Pets with Essential Oils. And it's, let's see, 8 o'clock Pacific, 9 Mountain, 10 Central, and 11 Eastern. So I'm going to give everybody 1 minute to jump on since we're almost right on time. And see if I can check this out while we're going live. Awesome. Hey Diana, how are you? How's your day going so far? Hey Dale, how are you? All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So my name is Dina Wolf. We're going to be talking about how to use essential oils on pets. So I've actually been using oils for about 7 years, and we do use them on our animals as well as all the humans in our house. And so we've had some really good results with, hi Valerie, using them on our pets. And so we're going to kind of go through some of the different ways that you can utilize your essential oils, but first we're going to talk a little bit about what they are. So they're extracts from plants. We get them from the different parts of the plant, the root, the stem, the bark, the seed, the rind, the flower, and each of those yield a different powerful fragrant with a different therapeutic property, okay? So essential oils are actually what give plants their distinctive smell. They play a huge role in plant pollination as well. So in addition to their intrinsic benefits to the plant, they are also very fragrant to us as people. And those essential oils have actually been used for centuries, beyond centuries, like thousands and thousands of years, as for food preparation, for beauty treatments, for trade, for health practices and embalming, all types of things. So essential oils are extremely versatile as well. So that's one of the reasons that we use them. So they actually provide us as health conscious individuals a safe and natural alternative to what else is out there, right? And so we can use them for a wide range of emotions, physical wellness, I mean, you name it. The cleaning, cooking, the list goes on and on. I'm going to put this in because I know it's clearer with it in. And so, you know, why not pets, right? We love them. We love our pets, and we want them to get the same benefits that we love from our essential oils too, right? Yeah, absolutely. So, we've used them on our dog several times. We had a dog that's now since passed, but she got sick, and I don't know if she like ate a squirrel that was rotten. I don't know. Anyway, she ended up with moon blindness, and so we were able to get her partial sight back from it by utilizing some essential oils on her, which is awesome. Hey Michelle, how are you? So there's lots of different ways that you can use them. So let's kind of get into it, right? So there's 3 different ways that you can use your essential oils. The first way is going to be aromatic. So you see here I have a diffuser. Okay, so as you can tell, I'm a little bit stuffy. There's some sort of weird pollen going around that's very, the eye doctor said it was very unique and specific to this localized area, and it gets everybody. And like right now is the time that it's out. And so I'm fine until I step outside. So I go out and check the mail, and then I sound stuffy, and then I come in and I'm fine. So I have the diffuser going with some Breathe in there. And Breathe is a wonderful respiratory support. I mean, I literally was like not able to even barely talk about 5 minutes ago. So this Breathe has opened me up tremendously. So you can use it aromatically. And then also too, like if I didn't have a diffuser, what I could do is take the Breathe and put a couple of drops in my hand. So if you're at home and you have some Breathe, grab it, put a couple drops in your hand, rub your hands together. Take a deep breath in. Once you've done that, make like a little tunnel with your hand and suck in with your mouth, and you can feel it coat all of that respiratory tract, which is phenomenal, right? Now, the nice thing is that is the fastest way to get your essential oils in, all right? So you can also use them topically. So we put it on our hands, okay? So let's say I wanted to just put it on my chest. I can do that, and that's going to be topical. And so those essential oils are going to get into my dermal layer. They're going to move through my skin and get into my cells, and it's going to take them about 30 seconds to do that. Within 30 seconds, they're into my bloodstream, and within 30 minutes, they're throughout my entire body. Isn't that phenomenal? Each essential oil drop, so one drop out of these little bottle has 400 million trillion molecules, not cells, molecules. But those molecules then saturate all your cells, which is phenomenal. And so the last way that you can utilize your essential oils is internal. Now, this is very unique and specific to doTERRA essential oils only. You'll see on the back of other companies, it'll say not for internal use. They can't guarantee what's in there. So be very mindful about what brand you're getting. You can't just go to Walmart or Barnes and Nobles and pull an essential oil off the shelf and then put it in your water, okay? And then also too, essential oils do not like plastic or styrofoam. They don't like petrochemicals. So you want to make sure if you're going to drink your essential oils in water and give them to your pets in like their water bowl, you want to make sure that it's either glass, ceramic, or stainless steel, okay? And so what would be your favorite way to use your oils? So if you're an oil user, hi Monica, hi Christina. If you're an oil user, I would love to hear how your favorite way to utilize essential oils are. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Digestive Blend, okay? So that's going to be Digest Zen, and that one's known as a tummy tamer blend due to its ability to aid in digestion, soothe any kind of stomach upset, and then maintain overall digestive health. So this one contains ginger, fennel, coriander, and all of those help to ease digestive discomfort, indigestion, morning sickness. The peppermint, tarragon, and anise and caraway aid in digestion, and those help to maintain a healthy gastrointestinal tract. So when you see a dog that doesn't feel very good, what does it go do? It goes and it eats a blade of grass, right? So imagine if you had something as powerful and potent as Digestive Blend to help to support your dog's digestion. That would then help them live a more healthier life, right? They wouldn't be getting constipated. They wouldn't have, issues with digestive tract, especially small dogs. Small dogs tend to get a little bit more of that, right? So it's great to put on their belly. Okay, so some of the best places to use essential oils on a dog is going to be between the paws, so in the webbings of the paws, or on the flap of their ear. They have one little spot that doesn't really have a whole bunch of hair. You can put the essential oil on you and then put it on them. And then also too, on the inside of the belly on occasion, when you want to make sure that you're using fractionated coconut oil if you're going to use that inside of the belly, okay? Now, before taking a road trip, if you have an animal, you might want to use a little bit of the Digest Zen, right? Do dogs have you ever had a car sick dog where they're like puking their guts out on the windy road? Yeah, huh? So we did long time ago, it was before we had oils, but it would have been nice to have in that event, right? So you can also add a drop of the Digest Zen to their water bowl, okay? And this helps to ease any kind of feelings of queasiness. It aids in digestion. It soothes that abdominal passage and all that gas bloating, indigestion, heartburn, you know, if dogs get that. And then also, too, it helps to soothe their anxiousness as well, okay? So if you have an anxious dog, I would try some Digest-N, because we know the gut is always affected when we have anxiety or mood stuff happening, right? So now for dogs, you want to apply 1 drop, as much as 2 to 4 times daily in any of those events where you have like the digestive upset. You want to use 1 tablespoon of carrier oil per 1 drop of essential oil for breeds that are 15 to 30 pounds or higher. Okay, so 15 and up. And then 2 tablespoons of carrier oil with 1 drop of essential oil. Hey, Valia. For any breeds under 15 pounds. So if you have a small dog, you're going to use more carrier oil, still the 1 drop of essential oil, okay? Or blend. Now for cats, 2 tablespoons of carrier oil to 1 drop of essential oil. Do you have an animal that'll benefit from digestive blend? Anybody? Now let's talk about Melaleuca. Hey Yesenia, how are you? So Melaleuca, we get a lot of controversial information about that, right? So I actually have here, just so you know, I didn't just pull all this information out of my hiney. I actually got it from the Animal Desk Reference, which is from a veterinarian that has been using essential oils for over 30 years in her practice. Okay, so lots of information comes from here. I double check it. She says that she uses Melaleuca on cats, but there is a lot of information out there that says otherwise. So bear with me. We're going to get through here. You can do whatever you want to do. All right. So Melaleuca essential oil is actually known as tea tree oil. And it has over 92 different compounds, that gives it like limitless applications. Okay, we can use Melaleuca till the cows come home for so many different things, and it's all stuff that you probably don't even realize. Okay, so they used to use it in the Aborigines and then also in Australia for centuries for promoting feelings of clear breathing, and then they would apply it to leaves of the skin for its cooling effect. So it's been used for thousands of years already, okay? Now it's best known for its purifying properties. Let's see. Yes, you always want to make sure you're applying carrier oil. That's right, Diana. Anytime that you're applying to any pet, you're always using carrier oil. There's no time that you would never use it, okay? So Melaleuca is frequently used for skin irritations as well. And you can use it to help purify and freshen up the air in the event that there's some, maybe next to a cat box or, something of that nature where you're trying to freshen up the room and deodorize, right? So it not only does it help with immune function, right? It helps to protect against environmental and seasonal threats as well. Skin irritations, and then also to, you can apply it directly to a wound or any affected area where their skin has been damaged or compromised in any way. Hi, Geez, Louise, how are you doing? So for optimum ear health, okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to use 5 drops of lavender, 5 drops of Melaleuca, and 5 drops of geranium. And you're going to mix that ingredients with 1 tablespoon of fractionated coconut oil. You're going to get a Q-tip and rub that in the essential oil mixture, and then you're going to apply it to the flap of the ear, okay? Not completely inside, you're just going to apply it to the flap. Now, if you want to just use plain Melaleuca on a dog, 1 to 2 drops of the Melaleuca with the 1 tablespoon of carrier oil. Okay, so fractionated coconut oil is a great one to use. All right. Now, they do say that using Melaleuca essential oil, use it with caution with cats. You can diffuse essential oils, but never diffuse where a cat cannot get out of a room. Okay, does that make sense? So like right now I'm diffusing in this room. This is my office. It's a decent sized room, but the door is closed. So if my cat was in here, my cat would probably be freaking out. So they have to be able to move away from the scent and like cleanse themselves, okay? So you never want to lock them in a room where there is a diffuser so they can't escape, all right? Just keep that in mind. Now, if you're going to be using Melaleuca on cats, you want to dilute, as suggested above, with either olive oil or coconut oil, okay? And you want to avoid at all costs on kittens. So you never apply Melaleuca to kittens. Only for older cats, okay? So this is great for any kind of ear health as well. So I have a friend that had a lab where labs are very prone to ear infections. And so they had been to the vet, I think like 8 or 9 times, different antibiotics, could not get it under control. And so then we ended up doing this mixture, and within a day or two completely cleared up, and he's been okay ever since. They put it on the flap of his ear every single day prophylactically to make sure that he doesn't get an ear infection. And so far it's been great. He hasn't gotten one. Let's see, my Shepherd mix gets bitten by flies on his ears really bad. Is it good right now? Oh, it's good right now, but what can I put on him in summertime to prevent them from biting? I've tried Flies Off and every other product out there. Have you tried, these are the couple of things that I would try, geez Louise, TerraShield, okay, because flies don't like TerraShield. They don't like peppermint. They don't like essential oils. It's too strong for them. Hey, Maribel. And then also to Arbor Vitae. So all you got to do is just put a couple drops on the collar, and we're going to talk a little bit about that too. But TerraShield is absolutely amazing. You're right, Diana. Absolutely. Hey, Mary. Hey, Russ Hawkins. How are ya? And all right, so let's talk a little bit about essential oils for rabbits. Okay, so rabbits are a little bit more sensitive to oils because they're sensitive respiratory systems and their sensitive hind gut fermentation system. Okay, so that makes them a little bit more fragile when dealing with issues like this. Okay, so smaller doses with rabbits should be used, and recommended application is going to be typically diffusing. Okay, so the digestive blend is great for any kind of digestive issues, especially because they have that fermentation system in their bodies. Okay, oregano can be used but diluted with a carrier oil. Okay, and this is great for any kind of parasite support. And you can apply it topically behind the ears where they can't lick it off. All right, so that's another good spot. You always want to make sure you're diluting. Okay. And sorry about that. And then peppermint is great for the respiratory system, so you can diffuse that, and that's going to help with any kind of upper respiratory issues for your rabbit. Lemon is another awesome one to put in their water that also supports their digestive tract, but you want to make sure it's in very small quantities. All right, so what we like to do is take a toothpick, dip it in the lemon, and then throw the toothpick in the water, let it kind of marinate, and then take the toothpick out and then go ahead and give it to them. So it's just a tiny little bit. It's not like a full drop, okay? So how many of you have rabbits? I know, Dale, I believe you have a rabbit, right? Is this something you've tried on any on your rabbit yet? Valerie? How about Soothing Blend? Deep Blue? Anybody use Deep Blue on a pet? This is a great solution for any kind of sore muscles or joints. We all have had an animal that looks a little arthritic that's, maybe not doing so hot. The wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, blue tansy, blue chamomile, Helichrysum and osmanthus work together to help soothe and relax the muscles and ease any kind of achy joints that the animal may have. So its effects can be deep and penetrating, which is really nice. And once kind of gently rubbed into the discomfort area, it has like this really nice cooling effect. And so that feels like it takes hold immediately for the animal, which is really good. So it also helps to support healthy circulation. So maybe you have an animal that's suffering from some cardiovascular dysfunction. It can work as a twofer. So not only is it helping with the sore muscles and the achy joints, it also is helping them with the circulation as well. Let's see. You've used on a larger dog? Yeah. Yeah, I have a good friend. She's used the deep blue polyphenols on her dog as well. And he wasn't able to walk. And within hours, he was up walking. So it's awesome. Awesome to have these tools, right? So for dogs, you can apply 1 to 2 drops 2 to 4 times daily, always with carrier oil. Okay, so same thing applies. 1 tablespoon carrier oil with 1 drop of essential oil for breeds that are 15 pounds and over. And then 2 tablespoons of carrier oil with 1 drop of essential oil for breeds that are 15 pounds and under. And then for cats, you're going to use 2 tablespoons of carrier oil with the 1 drop of essential oil blend. And let's talk about any questions at all so far. Good info. This is our first animal class, so this is pretty fun. This is exciting. I'm hoping Diana takes the torch because Diana is our animal lover. And so this is right up her alley. And I know that this is something that she's very passionate about. And she rescues dogs and cats and all kinds of animals left and right. And so this is something that's near and dear to her heart. So use frankincense on your cat. Forgot the carrier oil. No problem. Still alive, right? No, for older cats it's fine. It's just for kittens. I actually probably wouldn't use really any oils on kittens. Now let's talk about lavender. So lavender is great for any kind of skin irritation, but it'll also help it to recover more quickly as well. So you can also inhale the lavender, have the animal inhale the lavender, and it promotes relaxation, restful night's sleep, making it ideal to diffuse at a bedtime when stress levels tend to be high. So animals tend to be like our pets. I mean, like their owners. So they take on properties and traits that are characteristics of us. And so if we tend to be anxious at night, they tend to be a little bit anxious at night. And so it's funny. I had a friend when we first started using oils. She started putting a little bit of the lavender on the dog's ear. Is a little Chihuahua, so she just put a teeny little bit on the ear. And that dog would bark and bark and bark until it got its oils at nighttime. And then as soon as she got her oils, she would then go lay down. So they get accustomed to having their little routines too, which is totally cute and awesome. But isn't that funny how she knew that it relaxed her and she knew, oh, it's time to go to bed. So we can help guide and train them in doing that for them. Hey, Brandy. I don't know if you know, but the dog whisperer, Caesar, he uses doTERRA essential oils. Most of the time he uses lavender and serenity to help calm anxious anxious dogs. So lavender is very versatile, and it's really considered of like one of the oils to have on hand at all times. So whether you're human, you have, rabbits, chinchillas, birds, cats, dogs, whatever, lavender is an essential oil that is a must have. Okay. So you can diffuse it for 2 to 3 hours as needed, but make sure your pet can leave the room, okay, as they desire. So the cat and the dog should be able to leave the room. Don't ever lock your pet into an area that's confined where they cannot escape from a diffuser, okay? Now for dogs, you can apply 1 to 2 drops 2 to 4 times daily. Again, 1 tablespoon of carrier oil, for 1 drop of essential oil of lavender for 15 pounds and over. If it's 15 pounds and under, the 1 drop of essential oil, but 2 tablespoons of carrier oil. All right. For cats, 2 tablespoons of carrier oil, 1 drop of essential oil. Now, some practical uses is to diffuse for 30 to 60 minutes at a time, especially during a stressful event. So I can think of a couple of things. So like maybe there's a storm coming and the dog gets a little bit panicked or anxious. The cats as well, if they're outside cats and they kind of go in and out. Our cat stays inside, so we don't have to worry about her going outside. But, you know, if you have an inside-outside dog, now sometimes 4th of July, I actually lost an animal on 4th of July. I had a dog that just went absolutely berserk and like tried to attack us and took off running, and we looked and looked and looked for her for days, could never find her. So I don't know what happened to her. And so that just breaks my heart that, you know, I definitely don't want you guys losing any animals during those kinds of stressful times, right? How about when we have company come over and there's somebody that the dog is like, I don't know you, right? There's weird people in my house. Maybe that's a good time to diffuse so that the dog can then relax. Also, too, before going to the vet, it's a great time. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. And then also too, you can put a couple of drops in a water container and on beddings and toys and those kinds of things, blankets, and that's going to help to relax them a little bit further as well. Another thing that you can use your lavender on is adding it to the shampoo. And when you have your dog shampooed or go to the groomers, that's a great time to add that lavender in, and they're nice and calm, and then they're relaxed and they smell good, right? So how many of you have used lavender for your pets? Sorry. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Hi, Brandy. I would love to hear if you've used lavender on your pet. I have 2 Maltese dogs. They tend to suffer from bad gums and lots of tartar. They are 6 pounds. Okay. I've applied lavender to my dogs, a litter of puppies, and it works so well. And I find that they always had to go pee. Interesting. You've seen him apply it at the show. That's awesome. I know there's so many videos. There's so many YouTube videos of the dog whisperer using essential oils to help calm pets. So let's talk about livestock. So cows, horses, those can be very similar, and you're able to use the essential oils very similarly, okay? Goats and sheep as well. We also, my cousin Amy, she has a farm and she uses a lot of essential oils on pigs. They tend to have a lot of upper respiratory infections. And so she actually set up a diffuser in the pig pen, and it's cut down a lot on a lot of the respiratory stuff that they normally get. Now, chickens and ducks are very similar to birds. And so there's another livestock that you can consider using essential oils on. And there's, if that's something that you need more information on, there's great books that are out there. And, you know, out in the farmyard, one of the things that is the biggest problem is flies and mosquitoes. And so we kind of just talked about that. The question that Geez Louise just asked was, how do I get the flies to stop biting my dog, right? And so all insects hate arbor vitae. Now, arbor vitae comes from a tree up in the, I'm I'm really bad with geography, but it's up in like Washington, okay? And it's called the Tree of Life. It's like a cedar tree. And they were having a whole bunch of these cedar chips because the bugs wouldn't break them down. The bugs wouldn't even eat the wood. And so they were like, they called doTERRA and they're like, can you come get this wood? Because we don't really know what to do with it. Can you see if it's good for any kind of essential oil? So they had all these wood chips. There was just like mountains and mountains of it. So doTERRA took it off their hands. And lo and behold, we get Arbor Vitae. Now, the interesting thing is, remember, no beetle or bug is going to break down the wood that is the Tree of Life. And so, same thing. When we put the oil on, the flies just leave. They won't come near it. I just sprayed the outside of my door. We had furniture delivered, and the guy's like, I need to leave your door open. I was like, oh, I'm going to get flies. And so I sprayed the door with TerraShield, and then I put some Arbor Vitae on there, and never had a fly. It was awesome. And then same with the mosquitoes. So any insects that you can think of, you know, even like lice and bed bugs, anything that's creepy or crawly, all right? Now you can make a natural insect spray if you would like, and you can spray that on your animal. And what you'll do is you'll get a sprayer, okay? And you'll put 1 cup of distilled water, 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, 25 drops of TerraShield. Now, TerraShield does come in a spray already, and I love this. So this goes with me every time I go anywhere where there might be a bug, because I don't know if you've seen my video, but they like to eat me up. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, appetizer, dessert, you name it. And they welt really big and they itch for like a week. And so it is miserable. And all I can just feel is that itchy venom all over the place. And so if I wear my TerraShield, they leave me alone. And so they will leave your pet alone as well. Okay. Fleas, same thing with fleas, Brandy. You can use Arbor Vitae or you can use the TerraShield. Okay. So don't leave your TerraShield or your mixture that you make. Don't leave it outside. Don't let it get hot. You always want to store your oils at room temperature, and if you can, find them in put them in an amber container, because they are light sensitive. The proteins and not proteins. They're affected by the light. Okay. Melaleuca and lavender for fleas. So Diana says she uses Melaleuca and lavender for her fleas, which they don't like Melaleuca either. So that is awesome. And then you have this like calming effect on your animal too. So that's cool. Now, how many of you have chickens? Anybody? So if you have a chicken coop, you can make an all-natural cleaner with lemon essential oil. So in a sprayer, 8 ounces of water, 8 ounces of white vinegar, 30 drops of lemon essential oil. Now you can use that to clean around the house too. Maybe you have like a dog area. You can clean the dog area. Maybe you have a cat area, rabbit, whatever. So whatever it is, especially to help like freshen up the air in that area. Now, if you're looking for an all-natural wound ointment, in a 4-ounce mason jar, use 4 ounces of the solid coconut oil, so the one that is white in the container that we eat, okay? 15 drops of lavender, 15 drops of frankincense. You can add Melaleuca. If it's for a cat, I would omit the Melaleuca. Melt the coconut oil down, mix in the essential oils, and then allow it to harden back up in the container. It's ready for use, okay? It will liquefy once you touch it, all right? So you can use like a wooden stick to apply it, popsicle stick or something like that, to apply it. I know my cousin has the pigs, they tend to get a little woundy, and so in that event, this is a nice little salve to put on them, right? Now, how about On Guard, right? So like On Guard, wonderful for right down the hatch, right? Okay. But On Guard's really good for, it's one of the most protective blends that we have to protect against environmental threats. Now, we've my cousin Amy, who lives on the farm, she actually had a hog dog that was mauled by a hog, and they thought they were going to have to put the dog down. And the whole back hind leg was just eaten up, almost crushed down to the bone. And we took Melaleuca and On Guard and put it directly into the wound. And within 3 days, the tissue was regranulating, and they never had to skin graft the dog, which they thought that they would have to put the dog down altogether. But we were able to rehab the dog and get the dog much better, and he is doing fine. And so, essential oils can really be absolutely amazing for these kinds of things, okay? Especially if you're willing to try them, This is great to use on a daily basis to help keep the immune function up on your animals, your favorite animals. It's something that you can diffuse not only for you, but for your pets. And this has a wild orange peel, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary, and it supports immunity. It has like a natural antioxidant defense, protects against environmental threats and seasonal threats, and it also helps to improve respiratory function. Okay, so you can diffuse it for 2 to 3 hours at a time as needed. Make sure your pet can leave the room. And then for dogs, 1 to 2 drops, 2 to 4 times daily. Like, let's say that they're not feeling good, or they have something. Maybe you're trying to boost their immune system. Maybe they have some sort of like allergies or something like that. So you can utilize this little 1 tablespoon carrier oil with 1 drop of On Guard for 15 pounds and higher, and then 2 tablespoons of carrier oil with 1 drop of On Guard for 15 pounds or below. Hi, Sheetal, how are you? Hey, Nicole. Now for cats, you're going to use 2 tablespoons of carrier oil for 1 drop of essential oil. Okay, so 1 drop of On Guard. Now, I know many of you have used On Guard on your animals, right? So Katie, you add lavender to the bath water for the animal, for the dog? And Michelle, you use lavender before a vet visit? That's smart. Things like lightning, fireworks, traveling, absolutely. Absolutely. Good call. I've applied lavender to my dogs, a litter of puppies. Oh, yeah, we got that one already. I'll have to go back and look, Yesenia. I'm not seeing where you asked the question. Oh, okay, so they have a whole bunch of tartar buildup and bad gums. So On Guard would be the best thing for them. Okay, so On Guard is really good for oral health for animals as well. And so put it with the fractionated coconut oil. You could even put it on a little toothbrush if you could get their mouth open and kind of, go to town brushing their gums and teeth. And that'll freshen things up. And I've actually seen it regranulate gums. So, yeah, it's quite amazing. Quite amazing. Now, we talked about pigs having some respiratory issues and rabbits having some respiratory issues. So, definitely the Breathe blend would be something that I would use on them, right? So, you can enhance the respiratory performance and function because we have this really awesome blend with cardamom in it now. And it's a remarkable blend of essential oils. There is Melaleuca in here as well. So for cats, remember, make sure not on kittens, okay? But you can use the Breathe on cats as long as they're adult or older. Adult or really old, I guess. And so that helps to maintain clear airways. Like I said, Amy is diffusing hers in the pig pen, and it's helping with the respiratory functions of the pig. But if you have an animal that really struggles with respiratory function, I would diffuse. That's a great way to get it into their system and help them support their respiratory tract. And so same thing, 1 drop for dogs 15 pounds and up, with 1 tablespoon of fractionated coconut oil, 2 tablespoons for dogs that are 15 pounds or smaller. Okay, you can apply that 1 to 2 drops 2 to 4 times a day. And then for cats, 2 tablespoons for the 1 drop of Breathe. Okay. Now you can diffuse this all night as needed if, if it's a severe thingy where they struggle with the breathing at nighttime, because that tends to be when most see that. Now, horses. Horses are really cool because they know intuitively what their bodies need, which is so fascinating. So what's really awesome is you open the bottle up and you just hold the bottle out, and the horse will gravitate towards you and they'll just put their nostril over it, which is really cool. So you can also put it in your hands and then rub your hands together and then hold it like that, and they'll come to you if it's something that they need. And if they turn away after kind of just introducing your hand to the bottle, you'll need to find another oil to use, okay? Because they are not going to come near you, all right? So lavender works really good to help reduce feelings of anxiousness for horses. Now I was with Amy and we went over to see a horse that had this like really big gash under its neck, and the whole medical team could not figure out. And it had this like gash in its neck for months, from like August all the way to July the following year, so almost a full year. And nobody could figure out what it was. They tried several different antibiotics. It wasn't going away or anything. Well, this horse was really, really anxious, and so we were trying to do the Zytoscan on the horse, and so it was kind of interesting because we really didn't want to get kicked, and so we had to use a ton of Serenity and lavender prior to kind of getting our scanner on the horse to see what was going on. So it ended up being a bacterial type thing, and so we went ahead and used On Guard in the wound itself, and the wound healed up within about a week or 2, which is really cool. But the nice thing is we took the lavender essential oil and we just held it up to the horse, and the horse loved the lavender. And that horse was not a still horse. That horse was never calm. And the girl that took care of it, she was like, I've never seen this horse like this. What did you guys do to it? Like, did you give it something? And we're like, no, we just let it sniff the lavender oil, It was either lavender or Serenity. And it might have been both. And that horse was calm and stayed put the entire time. So it does work really, really well on horses. You can use Grounding Blend to help promote feelings of relaxation. You can use the Massage Blend, the Aroma Touch, to help soothe and do like a massage down the spine. And that's just going to help to really relax a lot of their tissues, which is really nice. Muscles and joints, and, they're made for running. And so it's great to have that as a soother for them. And then Digestive Blend, of course, wonderful for any kind of digestive issues. And Melaleuca helps the immune system, and then also supports hoof health as well. So you could put a little bit of the Melaleuca on their hooves, and that really helps to support their shoes as well. All right, so let me see. Let's talk about frankincense really quick, because this is known as the king of all oils, right? How many of you love frankincense? And what have you used it for? And have you used it on an animal before? All right. Let's see. As we know, frankincense is the king of oils, right? So it's known to promote healthy cellular function, immune support. It's also great for mood, Okay, and then when we inhale it or it's diffused, frankincense helps to induce feelings of peace and relaxation, satisfaction, and overall wellness. So we always say, when in doubt, frankincense it out, right? When in doubt, get the frankincense out. When in doubt, just frankincense. So you can use your frankincense on dogs. Now, we've seen lots of tumors and cysts and all kinds of things on dogs, and we've had really good results with the frankincense. And so you can just put it right on there topically with the fractionated coconut oil, of course, with the breeds that are 15 pounds and up, 1 tablespoon of carrier oil with 1 drop of frankincense, 15 pounds or below, 2 tablespoons of carrier oil, 1 drop of frankincense. You can do that 2 to 4 times a day. For cats, 2 tablespoons of fractionated coconut oil with 1 drop of frankincense. How many of you have pets that would love to have some frankincense? Right? Yeah. And you can diffuse that too. So diffusing is amazing. Amazing for all your pets. So tell me, what is your favorite oil? What is one of the things that you learned on here that you're going to implement for your animal? Anybody? Nicole, you don't own an animal or don't own oils? I've used frankincense on my German Shepherd. Awesome. I use it a ton, not on an animal, on me. Had an animal that had an abnormal growth under the skin on the abdomen. Applied it 3 times a day for 3 weeks and it was gone and has not returned, and it's been about a year. That is amazing, Michelle. Thank you for sharing that. That is awesome. Mary is diffusing lavender for her cats. One of them is particularly anxious. How's that working out, Mary? Yeah, On Guard is safe for your dog's mouth, but make sure you dilute it, Yesenia. So you're going to do 2 tablespoons with 1 drop of the On Guard. Put it on a toothbrush and brush it over the gums. Katie, you're going to use the Ear Health one for your 2 Cocker Spaniels. How cute! And Cocker Spaniels, my sister had one when we were growing up. They tend to be a little bit hyper, right? So probably even some lavender and or some Serenity would work really nice for Cocker Spaniel too, huh? He is a little calmer. That's awesome, Mary. My dog had a pretty good sized tumor on his side, or it was a cyst. I put DDR Prime 3 times and it went away. That is awesome. Katie, she said her Cocker Spaniels are super hyper. That's why they get a lavender bath. Smart. That is awesome. All right, so anybody have any questions at all? I'm going to tell you how to get your oils, okay? All right, while you're typing your questions, I'm going to go through retail versus wholesale, okay? So I want to make sure that you get the best, deepest discount from for your essential oils, and having your account and how to get that. So I'm going to tell you how to get that. Whoops, sorry. You can save 25% on every purchase having your own wholesale membership. Okay, so we all have our own wholesale membership, kind of like Costco. You pay the $30, or Sam's Club, you pay the $35 and you get to shop the whole entire warehouse for 1 full year, right? And the nice thing is Costco or Sam's Club or whatever gives you 2% back on everything that you purchase, right? Well, with doTERRA, they give you 10% back on everything you purchase. And it goes up 5% every 3 months. And at the end of the year, you get to 30%. And so the nice thing is for every $100 that I spend with doTERRA, they give me $30 back in product credits, which is awesome. So for me, I get my stuff there, like shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, my facial products. I get soap, my whole skincare line, laundry detergent. I mean, you name it. I get it from doTERRA. And the nice thing is, because I can get it from the department store, but I'm not going to get any percent back, right? And if I go get it from Costco, that's great, but I'm only going to get 2% back. So this gives me 10 to 30% back. That's amazing. And so if you plan on ordering at least one or more oils a month, the best thing to do is get the wholesale account, okay? Because you're gonna use your oils, right? Hopefully. We're going to teach you how to use them, so you better be using them, right? And, how many oils do you think you have in mind just from this class alone, thinking about how you're going to use those, right? So the list starts to grow. And so, of course, you can buy all the essential oils that doTERRA has and every product that doTERRA has all at once, but for some people, we don't have the budget to do that. And so it's nice we can collect them little by little, which is really cool. And so then that gives us the opportunity to get free products as well. So doTERRA is a very generous company. Love it. And they, hi Diane. So there's this thing called membership rewards program called Loyalty Rewards, and this allows you to earn those free oils. So when you purchase oils each month, you can earn up to the 30% back, okay? And you can use that on the free oils, like we mentioned. And that is fantastic, right? So if that's something that you're interested in and you want to enroll in this rewards program, please message me after this event. And I know if you're anything like me, all you'll want are the oils, and then your pocketbook says, need to take it slow or whatever. And I don't know what your financial situation is. Maybe you're good and you want the big old huge kit. It's completely up to you. But we definitely have something for everybody. And so if you could get an essential oil free, which one would you want? Which one would you want it to be? Because right now, we have different kits that doTERRA offers. And if you're purchasing basically $100 now and then $100 next month, doTERRA is going to give you a free 100 on top of all the other stuff that they have. So if that's something that interests you, please let me know and I'll explain more on how that works. And if you are loving your essential oils and you want to share them with your friends and family and do something similar to this, like a Facebook event or a live event, whatever, we can definitely do that. And then we can get the word out and help facilitate better health, transform your friends and family's health as well. Okay? So I don't know if you know anybody that's excited about using essential oils or if you're excited about sharing them. We have an amazing team and we love what we do. We're very passionate about helping other people get the results and the transformation, the health transformation that they're looking for. And so if that's something that interests you too, let me know. Okay? So we're all about making a difference, and especially in your pets. So I can't wait to hear some of your amazing stories. You've shared so many great testimonials already, but I can't wait for you to take all these really cool tools that we've just shared today and implement them in your pet's life and have better well-being for your pet. You love the credits doTERRA gives. Me too. Me too. They are so generous. And this whole week is BOGO week, so we buy one, get one. Today is buy a Douglas fir for $22.50 and get a free lime oil. Okay? So lime oil is good to put in your dog's water, cat's water, whatever, as well, like the lemon. It's citrus, and so citrus is very cleansing and detoxifying, and just overall a great essential oil, okay? Douglas fir, both are good for respiratory function, brain function, helping to make clearer judgments, more uplifted mood. So if you're someone who tends to dip a little bit, fight depression or anxiousness, these are good for those as well. And then also to anything to do with digestive function as well. Okay, and I think that's all I can think of right off the top of my head. But phenomenal. Each oil is so unique and just such a blessing to our bodies. So I don't see any questions. So I think we're good. So we have these classes every Monday, 8 p.m. Pacific, and every Thursday. So Monday is always an intro to essential oils. It's our basic essential oil class. It's really great for newbies who've never been exposed to essential oils or have heard of them but don't really know what they do, that kind of stuff. But then also too great for the experienced essential oil user as well, because we never have the same class twice. And so, and then on Thursdays we have, so Katie, it just goes by the pound. If she's asking about essential oils on puppies, any don'ts. No, so just be the size of the dog. Yeah, always dilute. And then if it's a large puppy, 15 pounds or more, then you're good with the 1 tablespoon of carrier oil. If it's 15 pounds or below, then you're going to use the 2 tablespoons of the fractionated coconut oil. Great question. Great question. Yeah, so you're welcome to, it is a public event, so you're welcome to invite anybody that you like to come share this information and participate. And we look forward to seeing you on future calls. And I just hope that you have a wonderful Thursday evening.